What is up, you guys? This is your boy Andy Matrix. I talk about anime, manga, video games, geek culture, and Japanese culture. So honestly, I didn't think that I will be talking about this subject again. But you guys remember the voice actor, Daman Males, basically the voice actor of Evangelion, Sonny Boy, right? The guy that was accused of pedophilia, and his victim released a document on the internet for everybody to see, with evidence, with screenshots of their conversation, and basically a lot of proof. This guy here, the man Males. So I've made like 2 videos about this guy already, and his case of pedophilia. The hypocrisy of the anime voice actors of Funimation, defending him when there's proof of what he did, but absolutely throwing Vic Mignogna under the bus. Because for some reason, these people hate Vic Mignogna, but the man Males, there's proof that he molested a little kid, and nobody does shit. We're living in crazy times where like evil people they're getting away with a lot of shit. I mean, it's ridiculous, right? So it says I talked about this article before, and then like I think days later, around March 17, the man Mills victim, he retracts his accusation, and the reason I believe is because, and actually no, there's actually proof now. That the man Mills was doing this. The man Mills actually threatened his victim with a lawsuit. And his victim was going under the name of Duncan on the internet because he didn't want to reveal his actual identity and risk, going into the news and all this shit. Kind of like Kyle Rittenhouse, if you guys know about the Kyle Rittenhouse case, right? So the man Mills basically threatened his victim like, you, I know that I abused you and I molested you, but fuck you, okay? You shut the hell up. Basically he's silencing his victim. It's crazy. And this really pisses me off. However, now there's proof. Now the lady, the writer, the article writer from the Anime News Network has released information, her own thoughts about the case, because she's the one that chose to write this article for Anime News Network, right? And she basically put it out there. But now, I guess her recent tweet on her Twitter account, I guess, she admitted that she couldn't sleep at night, and I'm gonna post it here, right on the video. All right, so her name is Lindsay Loveridge. Okay, her name is Lindsay Loveridge. Okay, she's actually put plenty of pictures of herself up there as one of the writers for Anime News Network, one of the most popular news website on anime. So she says, "Hi, this is the only thing I'm going to say about the recent Mills article because it bothers me enough that I have trouble sleeping. This will probably be screenshot and archived." Right? And then the next tweet says, during the week of the retraction, and by the retraction, she's talking about the accuser, the victim, how he retracted his accusation. So during the week of the retraction and the subsequent admission of fabrication, a voice actor, an unnamed voice actor, an ADR director attempted to get Anime News Network, ANN, to take our articles. The person stated that if we didn't, Mills may commit suicide and we would have to write about that. In other words, this anonymous voice actor, right? Because she's smart, she's not gonna tell you the name of the voice actor that contacted Anime News Network and told them, hey, you need to remove that article, otherwise the man Mills might commit suicide. And honestly, call me crazy, call me an asshole, but at this point I don't really care if the man Mills commits suicide. After all the evidence that he did with about his victim, the under 18 child, for God's sakes. So this is crazy. And this whole thing is coming to bite him in the ass, because now, I guess, so Obviously, it's not Daman Mills. Daman Mills did not contact Anime News Network. Somebody else, another voice actor, contacted Anime News Network, telling them to remove the article. This is crazy. That means there's other voice actors defending him. Defending him. Do you know how freaking... Oh, my God. Whew. This is freaking nuts. I mean, look, I've known victims. Yes, I've known victims who've gotten, who've been sexually molested. Close friends of mine. I know them, and the abuser seems to always get away with it. Like, how come nobody ever does anything? But in this case, even this case, I've seen this happen all the time. In this case, the victim is silenced, and then the abuser gets away because the abuser has power. You see, people in power, this is what they do. It's like they get high of power. This is fucking nuts. And then the following tweet, okay? She says, the day of the retraction, Duncan, the unnamed victim, because Duncan, he's using Duncan as an internet name to hide his identity, right? The victim. Duncan was doxed, and if the screenshot is authentic, the person that did so probably already knew who he was. In other words, when when Daman Mills' victim released those screenshots of their conversation, that creepy conversation, that sexual conversation, Daman Mills already knew, okay, I know who that is, right? Then it says, or at very least, shared a mutual friend with him on Facebook. So they knew who this kid was. And they were trying to silence him. Very abusive. And then Lindsay Loveridge goes on to say, I can say with certainty that the legal communications between Duncan Mills and his lawyer were shared within the industry. The ADR director, voice actor, had information about those communications that would only be gained by reading them. This includes Duncan's email. This means that Daman Mills, the writer, she's confirming that Daman Mills director had the victim's email, Duncan's email, which is Daman Mills' victim. They had the email of the victim, so they probably contacted the victim and told him, "Hey, if you don't retract this, if you don't stop this, we're going to sue the heck out of you, and we're gonna do something to put you in jail." That is fucking crazy, man. That is nuts. That is freaking nuts, bro. I don't know what the hell to say, man. And then after that, she says, I know this email was shared because Duncan, the victim, asked me if I had shared it. Of course, I had not, right? So, in other words, somehow, Daman Mills and his director, and I guess his lawyer, his manager, or whatever, got a hold of the victim's email. Because Lindsay Loveridge, she's the one that wrote the article. I don't think she would betray Duncan. Right? And then she says, it is possible but not probable, outside of it being shared by Duncan, that he got the same communications Anime News Network did about removing articles. That doing so could result in a suicide. Gee, why would you commit suicide, Daman? Is it because your career would be ruined, kind of like Mick Mañana's? And then she goes on to say, the letter stating the allegations were fabricated came a few days after the retraction and was again worded in a way in hopes we would take the article down. So basically, what I'm getting from this is that the people that contacted the other voice actor that contacted Anime News Network, they framed it in a way trying to make it seem as though, listen, you need to take that article down. Otherwise, Daman Mills is going to commit suicide, or there's going to be other consequences, blah, 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 blah. They made it seem basically like the situation was going to get even worse because of that article, so they had to remove it. They were trying to convince Anime News Network to take that article down. That's what they were doing. Daman Mills, he got away with it. He basically got away with it. And he was defended. And I told you guys before, the reason why he was defended was because of his identity. Number one, he's a gay man. Number two, in the West, at least in America in the West, like the whole like woke culture in the West does not care about male victims. So if you're a boy or a man, if you're male, and you're a victim of some kind of abuse, they don't give a shit about you. You try to report it, you're a man, nobody cares. Unless you're a woman, nobody's gonna hear you or listen to you. That's what this proves. Number three, I'm assuming that the people that were defending him, because they agree with him, they are probably pedophiles themselves. I'm just saying. If you're siding with a pedophile, guess what? You're probably a fucking pedophile yourself. I'm just saying. Just throwing it out there. Anyways, hopefully I won't have to talk about this again, but if any other information comes out about this asshole, I'm going to make a video about it because this shit pisses me off, okay? I've seen it in the real world in my own life. There's people experience sexual abuse and they can't talk about it. They're afraid to talk about it. The victims are afraid to talk about it. And that's why his victim, the Daman Mills victim, he used a pseudonym, a name. He went by the name of Duncan, right? And he released a document on the internet because he's afraid. Anyways, man, this is sickening. Man, fuck this guy. I fucking hate people like this. This is Andy Matrix. Thank you for watching this video. Make sure to share this video. Share this video. Tell everybody. Make sure that people know who the fuck this guy is. Because, oh man. Share the video. Share the video. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell. Any other information comes out about this, I'm going to keep talking about it. And I'm going to keep talking about it. I'm going to keep following it. So share the video. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. This is Andy Matrix. Godspeed.